Stop scrolling right now, because one of the fastest rising stars in MMA has just publicly turned against a legend. And this time, it is not about fighting. It is not about titles. It is about respect. The fighter speaking out is Dakota Ditcheva. The target is Ronda Rousey. And after what Ronda allegedly said about Khamzat Chimaev, Dakota did not stay quiet. In fact, Dakota made it clear that she is no longer a fan. And just like that, the MMA world exploded.
I would want to make something abundantly clear. And that's that I owe Dana and the Fertittas immensely. And I would be caught dead before you ever heard me say a bad thing about any of them. But my loyalty is to them and not the company they sold. And I do not owe TKO's UFC a damn thing. And fucking Cleft Lip Lincoln is just hating because at his press conference for his fight, people are asking about me and my fight because no one gives a shit about his ineffectual wrestlefuck fests. And people are actually, they can't stop talking about this fight because it's so stacked, and they're actually excited to see me fight because unlike Kumquat, I have a 100% finish rate.
According to the backlash spreading across MMA social media, Ronda Rousey made comments involving Khamzat Chimaev's cleft lip, and fans immediately reacted. But nobody expected the response that came next, because Dakota Ditcheva, one of the biggest rising stars in the PFL right now, publicly condemned the comments and did not hold back. Dakota reportedly described the comments as absolutely disgraceful. And that single statement hit hard across the MMA world, because Dakota was not just defending Khamzat Chimaev, she was defending every child and every person dealing with similar struggles. And the criticism became even more powerful when Dakota brought up something deeply personal. Ronda Rousey herself is a mother, which made Dakota's response feel even heavier. Now, let's be honest, Dakota Ditcheva usually is not known for online drama. She is known for violence inside the cage. 15 fights, 15 wins, 12 knockouts. That is pure destruction. The reigning PFL star built her reputation through brutal body shots, relentless Muay Thai pressure, and terrifying finishes. But this time, Dakota stepped into a completely different kind of fight, a moral one. And fans noticed immediately, because her response did not sound fake or performative. It sounded genuinely emotional. Dakota basically said that mocking physical conditions, especially conditions children struggle with, should never happen publicly. And suddenly, the conversation stopped being about MMA. Now it was about character. Now, here's why this controversy became so massive. Because we are not talking about some random fighter. We are talking about Ronda Rousey, the woman who helped change women's MMA forever. Former UFC champion, global superstar, mainstream crossover icon. At her peak, she felt untouchable. But lately, Rousey has found herself surrounded by controversy more and more often. Whether it's criticism of fighter pay, comments about OnlyFans, or now this situation involving Khamzat Chimaev, some fans have started turning against her. And when Dakota Ditcheva publicly reacted by saying she was no longer a fan, it added even more fuel to the fire. Because when a younger superstar publicly distances herself from a legend, perceptions change very quickly, especially when that younger fighter is becoming one of the new faces of women's MMA. Now, let's talk about why the backlash spread so fast. Khamzat Chimaev has openly spoken in the past about challenges connected to his cleft lip, and many fans felt that bringing it up publicly crossed a serious line, especially in a sport where fighters already deal with enormous pressure and non-stop criticism. So when Dakota defended him, many people respected it, because she was not defending a teammate or promoting a fight. She was defending basic respect and human decency. Across X threads and MMA forums, fans immediately started debating the situation. Did Ronda Rousey go too far? Or are people overreacting? But one thing became impossible to ignore. This controversy spread far beyond the cage. What makes the story especially interesting is what it represents. Dakota Ditcheva belongs to the new generation, young, undefeated, explosive, and increasingly influential. Meanwhile, Ronda Rousey represents the older era of dominance, the pioneer generation that helped build women's MMA into what it is today. And now those two worlds are colliding publicly, not through punches, but through values. And moments like this can permanently change the way fans view fighters, because in modern MMA, image matters almost as much as winning. So now the question belongs to the fans. Did Dakota Ditcheva do the right thing by publicly criticizing Ronda Rousey? Or is the MMA world becoming too harsh on a legend? This was not trash talk. This was not hype. This felt more like a warning, because a UFC fighter just looked at the landscape of women's MMA, looked at Ronda Rousey, and basically suggested there is a new danger rising through the sport. The name, Dakota Ditcheva, and the fighter delivering that message, Juliana Miller. After what she just said, this may be one of the realest warnings Ronda Rousey has heard in years.